Hi everyone, and I'm super excited to be on this journey with you. And you will have known by now that I am a fairly enthusiastic person, despite the fact that sometimes what we're going to be talking about is going to be hard, it's going to be rough. We're talking about the heroine's journey here. We're talking about using yoga and journaling and bibliotherapy to have a wounds to wisdom transformation. We're talking about going into the gunk and getting the work done and pulling it out and using it to actually transform ourselves. So this is not easy work, and I really want to say that if you ever get discouraged or you ever feel like this is not working, change and transformation does not happen overnight. No one gets to skip from caterpillar to butterfly. There's that cocoon in the middle, there's that messy middle, there's that bubbly, goopy mess that's going to be you and your life and who you are, and that's okay. I'm here to tell you that actually everything we've been told about this whole shiny surface of just the butterfly life is bullshit. Because you get to have the butterfly life, but you need to work for it, and it's never going to stay the same. Life is about cycles, about transformation. It's about becoming who you are, and that's going to take layers and layers of work and effort, and that's not going to be easy, and that's okay. But what it can be is fun. It can be a process of joy, and joy can hold hands with sorrow, with pain. Anticipation is allowed to sit next to frustration and fear. And I think the problem with our life and our society and what this course and cage busting is really about is how to stop those freedom thieves from coming in and telling you you can't have both at the same time. It's not normal, it's not okay, that these things are actually a sign that bad change is coming. And actually, it's very much a sign of change is coming. No one knows if it's going to be good or bad. It's like saying you want to win the lottery and then all of a sudden you're bankrupt in 5 years, but no one would have known that winning the lottery sorry, is a bad thing. Winning the lottery would be like so awesome for me. But like if I won the lottery, I'd buy a library. But that being the point, that change is change. And as a society, we have not been taught how to let go of the control. We've been taught that we need to control everything. And this is what cage busting is about. It's about going outside your life, stopping those freedom things from trying to control everything, being a bit more in the moment. It's not about, a frivolous life. I think this is something that people often confuse. They think that it's about throwing everything away and just being crazy. That's not it. It's not about, not having a retirement. It's not about living your life in the moment. It is about being in the moment and creating a life that you want to be in the moment. I think this is something that people forget, that you can't keep looking for goals, because as soon as you get there, and you have goals, you need to strive for them, but as soon as you arrive there, you're a different person. You're no longer the person you were when you first set out to have that goal. And that's an important thing to remember, and it's an important thing to keep in mind, that we need to understand that we're constantly evolving, and we need to be taught how to be that person. How do we follow our hearts? How do we be the person we want when the ego is constantly stepping in, which is our freedom thieves and our golden cage, and telling us, oh, but other people don't think that's good enough for you, or other people have better, or other, insert whatever freedom thieves telling you, be it from, you're not important enough if you don't have the right shoes, right up to you're not important enough if you have the right house. And a lot of us can be like, well, who cares about the shoes? Not everyone though, but a lot of us then get lost somewhere along the house. But in the end, it's all the same thing. It's just these status symbols that maybe we do or do not want. We need to find out why we want them, how they make us feel, what we need from them, and then we can start building our life from there. And that allows us to decide what we want to bring in instead of just having other people tell us in a cage type situation of what to bring in. So let's dig into this. We're going to be starting up with why the tools for bibliotherapy work, like bibliotherapy, yoga, and journaling, why it's so important. The next thing we'll be looking at is the heroine's journey, which is really going to help us. This whole course is going to help us look at the heroine's journey and really map our lives onto that. And so it's going to be not just for now, how to make things better and bust out the cage, but the cage keeps coming back at you. At first it's very, very, very far, and eventually it comes before you realize, oh God, the bars are back. I constantly had to be going through these processes because it's very easy to fall into. I'm human. Everyone's human. This is what we're going through, right? We're having human experiences, and that's an important thing to remember. And then the finally is going to be with the structure. We're going to start with looking at the structure onto how maybe this has worked in the past for us, and then we'll eventually work it onto now. And then the end of the course, we'll also be looking at how to use it constantly, to just constantly look at how we're going through in our cycles, and how to bust out of our cage and stay out, at least at the very least recognize when the cages are coming back at us and to get out again, because sometimes our goals are very tricky like that. We achieve them and find out they're not what we wanted, and instead we stay stuck because we think, I fought so hard for this, I need to keep it, and you don't. So this is everything what this course is about. I'm really excited you're here. Take a deep breath and let's begin.